Welcome to the University Network TV, where we scan the globe to give students, their families, and educators the very best tips for student success. I'm your host today, Dr. Crystal Rose, and on today's show, we're exploring the very timely topic of scholarships, entitled Don't Wait. With this imploring headline, it's clear that when it comes to scholarships, you don't want to play around. And with $5.2 billion of scholarships on the University Network Scholarship Tool, there's no reason you'd want to do so. So for today's conversation, we invited a very special guest, Christen Arafeh, from our featured series, Sweet College Success with Hive College Buzz. And she's here to give us the 411 on scholarships. Not only does Christen have a global college advising agency called Hive College Buzz, but she has a proven aptitude for winning scholarships herself and helping students and families win over 6 figures collectively for college. Christen, welcome.
Thank you so much, Dr. Crystal, for having me back on today.
Absolutely. Well, let's get right into it. Why shouldn't students wait to apply for scholarships?
Scholarships really have varying deadlines, and so many students think that they must be a senior before they can apply for scholarships, or that they have to have decided on a college or even a major. And the truth is, if you've waited that long, you've missed out on some of the biggest and some of the best scholarship opportunities out there.
Wow. So you, for example, began applying for scholarships in the 9th grade, correct?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, that's great inspiration there. Next question. What sort of scholarships are there?
There are truly scholarships for everything. There's scholarships for academics, there's scholarships for sports, of course, scholarships for the arts, for community service, there's scholarships for specific majors and career paths, or even scholarships based on your ethnicity and religion. There's even scholarships for left-handed students or really tall students, really short students, students with disabilities. So whatever qualifying words you can use to describe yourself, there's scholarships out there for it.
I like your phrase, qualifying words. But can you tell us, in this landscape of the plenty, are there ever any scholarships that students and families need to be wary of? And if so, what are the signs that maybe this is a scholarship you should skip?
If a scholarship sounds like it's too good to be true, it probably is. So especially there's a lot of those like monthly no essay scholarships that they really just want your name and email address. The truth is those are more like sweepstakes scholarships. And at the end of the day, those scholarship companies sell your information to third-party sites. So I usually say it's okay, it's not terrible if you apply to a handful of those sometimes, but I wouldn't make that your entire scholarship strategy. And so I often hear parents say, oh, my daughter applied to over 100 scholarships and she didn't win a single one. And that's when I like to take a step back and well, what kind of scholarships did she apply to? Because if she sat down in one afternoon and applied to 100 that she only needed to put her email address in, it's a sweepstakes. Your chances are just not there as they would be if it was a scholarship that required some meat to it. I know students sometimes they're tired of writing essays, but the truth is I've been doing some research with my personalized scholarship searches, and I'm finding that over 80% of legitimate scholarships require an essay. And most of those, it can be the same essay that you write. They don't know what you submitted to other scholarships. So it's easy to revamp it for your new scholarship audience. So that's what I suggest.
Love that. And I also recognize saying one should apply is probably easier said than done. So how do students begin to apply for scholarships? What would you say the ABCs of applying for scholarships would be?
Yeah, application review. There's an application, you want to make sure that you have filled it out completely. So if they are asking for extracurriculars, they want to know you've done extracurriculars, because chances are the other students applying can fill out that part. If they're asking for community service, if you leave that section blank, it looks like an incomplete application. Other students applying are filling out that section. So you never want to leave an application section empty. B, your bio, resume. Resumes are at definitely the top of my to-do list. I think that by starting with your resume, you can copy and paste your most important information and make it very simple, very easy to complete your application that way. And C, collect and copy. Collect all the information that you need. So sometimes those are letters of recommendation. Sometimes it is a resume. Sometimes it's your essays. When you see a scholarship, take note of all of the additional information that should be included before you submit, and pull all those pieces together before the deadline.
Very short, concise, memorable. ABC, application review. B, bio. C, collect and copy. Thank you again for joining us today, Christen.
No, I am excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
And thank you very much for joining us today. I'm your host, Dr. Crystal Rose. Until next time on TUN TV.